Hello everyone, my name is Shivansh Gaur and I welcome you to my channel Biological. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the types of classification. What are the different types of classification and what is the type of classification which we are focusing right now in today's times. Okay, but before that I would like to tell you that I am on Unacademy and you can take my lectures, live lectures on Unacademy, both in the plus and the special classes section. Okay, so download the Unacademy learning app and follow the following procedures which I'm going to tell you. Take the Unacademy Plus subscription and see my videos on the Unacademy.
Downloading the Unacademy learning app, you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription, and before that you should also know the benefits of taking the Unacademy Plus subscription. In that you will be getting premium content. You get premium content at a very affordable price. The classes are structured. You get structured live courses and dedicated live doubt clearing sessions. So there are dedicated live doubt clearing sessions, there are structured classes. The quizzes, they are organized at regular intervals, which are very important and necessary for your self-analysis. So you'll be getting quizzes at regular intervals for self-analysis. The batches are there for complete preparation. So there are different batches which are starting every month, which gives you an important insight to the different aspects of the preparation, and the batches are specifically there for you for your preparation and comprehensive preparation. So batches are there for complete preparation. The test series for DPPs and also full length mocks are also organized, and these tests, they are done with the analysis as well. So the analysis part is also done after the test. After the full length mock test, the analysis is done by the educators themselves. Okay, now all of this you are getting at a single subscription, and single subscription gives you unlimited access. You use this code live Shivansh. When you use this code, you get additional 10% discount. Okay, so you are supposed to use this code live Shivansh. Okay, now the 12-month plan is for 2,375 and 6-month plan is for 10,125. You have to use this code live Shivansh to get these prices. All the batches are dedicated to cover the syllabus entirely. Now the Telugu batch is also started. The Telugu batch has also started for the students who face difficulties in other language, who are very comfortable with the Telugu language. There is a specific batch also for the Telugu students. So what else you can ask for on the Unacademy? You are getting everything you want. Just go for the Unacademy Plus subscription. Take the subscription by using this code. Again, the code is live Shivansh. Do not forget to take the Unacademy Plus. Let's crack it.
So do not forget to download the Unacademy Learning app and see my videos live online on the Unacademy Learning app. Now coming on to today's topic, that is types of classification. Types of classification. So now see, the types of classification in the very previous times, like in the very the earliest classification, it was the artificial classification. So starting from the very earliest classification, it was called artificial classification. It was called as artificial classification. Okay, and this classification, it used gross morphological superficial characters. What does this mean? Superficial characters. What does this mean? It means that the characters that were taken, they were just gross morphological. Gross means what you can see, like looking at a particular plant, what you can observe at first hand, that is called as gross morphological, means the external structure. Superficial means whatever you can see, just having a look, like the outwards look, whatever you can see, that is a gross morphological superficial characters. You're not going into the details, you're not going into the very minute details of the structures, nothing like that. You're just looking at the structures and you're doing the kind of a classification. So it used gross morphological superficial characters, and it was based on and what were those morphological, what were the morphological characters, also known as vegetative characters. These characters, they are also known as vegetative characters. characters. Okay, these are also known as vegetative characters. Okay, so it was like the habit. What were these characters? They were like habit, number, shape, and color of leaves. As you can see, the vegetative characters are like the structure of leaves, the structure of stem, or like that, roots. Okay, these are vegetative characters. So looking at the vegetative characters, morphological superficial characters like habit, number, shape, and color of leaves. Okay, so this classification was done. Okay, it was also it also focused slightly on the androecium structure. It also focused slightly on the androecium structure. This system was given by Linnaeus. This system, androecium structure, was given by Linnaeus. It was known as artificial classification system, and in this system the disadvantage was that the closely related species, they were separated. And the thing is, you are taking two types of characters at a time. That is, one is vegetative characters and the other is androecium, which is a reproductive character. Okay, so you are looking at the vegetative characters and the reproductive characters, and the thing which was done was that they were given equal weightage. The vegetative characters and the reproductive characters, they were given equal weightage, but these vegetative characters, they were given equal weightage to reproductive characters. Okay, they were given equal weightage to reproductive characters. Now the thing is, since we know that these vegetative characters, they they get easily affected by the environment, by the habitat. The vegetative characters like the shape of leaves and everything, you also know that it depends upon the environment as well. For example, as you can see, like in cactus, the leaves have been modified to spines. Why? Because of the dry environment, because of the very dry conditions. So these vegetative characters, they get affected by the environment more easily than the reproductive characters. Reproductive characters, they are more conservative. They do not change easily. I'm not saying that they never change, but yeah, they do not change easily, as easy as vegetative characters, and you are giving equal weightage to both of them, like vegetative characters equals to a reproductive character. So this was called artificial classification, and this separated the closely related species. That you have to keep in mind. Then after the artificial system of classification came the natural classification system. Came what? The second was natural classification. This is the natural classification system. Now this natural system, it also focused on the affinities between the organisms. Okay, it also focused on the affinities between the organisms. I'm really sorry for that buffalo noise that is coming from behind, but I cannot do anything. So, just bear with me. It's a buffalo noise that is coming, but it's okay. So, see, affinities between the organisms. To also focus affinities, what are affinities? Like what are the similarities? We are also looking at the similarities. You're not just separating the closely related species. You're looking at the affinities between the organisms, and it not only focused on the external structure. One more thing that was good about natural classification was that it did not focused on the just external structure. It also focused on the internal structure. Internal structure, like ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology, and phytochemistry. So the good things about natural classification was that affinities between the organisms were taken into consideration, and not only the external structure but now the internal structure was also taken into consideration, like ultrastructure, the anatomy of the flowering plant, embryology and phytochemistry. And this system of classification of the flowering plants was given by this natural system. It has been asked a lot of times. It was given by George Bentham. It was given by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. So it was given by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. It has been asked a lot of times in your exams, like who gave the natural system of classification. So now you know the advantages of the natural system of classification, or also the name of the scientist. That is George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker was the name of the scientists who gave natural classification. And now if we talk about the present system of classification, like as the science has progressed, as we have advanced more technologically, everything is being getting advanced. So as our understanding has changed, as our understanding has become more and more advanced, we are incorporating more things into the consideration. So now at present what we do is we are doing phylogenetic classification. We are doing what? Phylogenetic classification. And what is phylogenetic? You are focusing on the evolutionary relationships. Now you are now focusing on the evolutionary relationships. You are now focusing on the evolutionary relationships as well. Okay, and so instead of like looking just at the external structure, internal structure, now you are looking at the evolutionary relationships. You are now doing the research on the ancestors and everything, and you are looking at the evolutionary relationships as well. And it is now acceptable. This phylogenetic classification is now acceptable, and what it assumes is that organisms belonging, the one thing which this phylogenetic classification system assumes is that organisms belonging to same taxa have common ancestor. Organisms belonging to same taxa have common ancestor. So this is what they assume. Now same taxa means what? Taxa means category. So organism coming in one category, organisms which belong to one category, same taxa, they have common ancestor, that their their ancestor was common. This is what is assumed in the phylogenetic classification system. So these were the three important basic types of classification. First was artificial, then the second more advanced was natural, and now what we are using at present, which is the most advanced system of classification, is phylogenetic classification. Hope this video was helpful for you. I'll come with more such videos, such short videos on small concepts. Okay, till then you take care.